Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, in Action Comics number 994. So we see Superman is on Krypton way back in the past, right before the planet is supposed to blow up, and it turns out that Jor-El and Zod are actually working together. Wow. So this is clearly not his timeline. And Booster's there and he's trying to explain all this stuff, but Superman's just like, no, shut up! Shut up! No! And he's being like really stubborn. And then he's also doing this whole thing like, we got to get out of here because they're shooting at us. I don't run from a fight. Okay. And then there's like, okay, listen, we're about to break time if we don't get out of here. And he's like, I don't care. I'm so close to finding out answers. But this isn't even your time frame. This isn't even your timeline. This is an alternate timeline. It's technically not real. But the longer we stay here, the more likely that we are to make it real. Like, no, I don't care. I want to stay. Okay, Superman, you just became a total punk in this. A total punk, absolutely. Because you know what? Normally he's like powerhouse beyond powerhouse, where if he says something, you kind of have to do it. And I feel like now that he's got no powers, he's just become this little foot stomping child who doesn't care about destroying everything. Just, wow, man, come on. I'm not particularly happy with the way that he was written in this. On top of that, he goes and nabs one of Booster's, I like Booster Gold. You mess with Booster Gold, that's it, man. You pushed me a little bit too far. So he grabs one of Booster Gold's wrist blasters. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Did you just steal his stuff? Well, I know he stole it in the first place, but like after you've had it for a long time, like you can't expect to give it back, you know? He's a time master now. He's actually very important to the universe, to the multiverse, to the entire fabric of reality, all right? You know what? You want to fix Dark Knight's metal? You just have to introduce Booster Gold. Done. So we basically see that he gets to see this alternate timeline where they all get to go off someplace else and live. He has a sister, his family gets to live, and he's like part of the first family for exploration and all sorts of cool things, and it's new government, a new version of Krypton, and Kryptonians get to survive. That was cool, man. I like that. But at the same time, I expect Superman to be made of sterner stuff than this. I mean, once you find out, no, this is wrong, he never should have gone back in the first place. I have to know. But you didn't ask for anybody's help. You didn't ask for anybody's permission. What about if he would have got lost back in time and then boom, all of a sudden the cosmic treadmill is gone? Now that we see that he's stolen this stuff, is the Flash going to go up and punch him in the face like we saw in the previous issue? So, like it's, I don't know, man. Not particularly fond of some of the things that happen here. However, I still have a little bit of hope over here because the storyline with General Lane and Lois is actually turning out to be pretty interesting. Okay? We're seeing that as it stands, she goes and she talks to this general and he's giving all the perfect answers. Like, hey, you're a reporter and I'm not going to answer any of your questions. I'm going to give the official answer. And, she's like, I know you don't believe this stuff. This is my dad. I don't have a tape recorder. For crying out loud, please give me a straight answer. Well, he refuses to and he walks away and he makes mention of, hey, now, we're lucky that, we don't have good diplomatic relationship with Lagambia, whatever the frick this fictitious nation is called. And he says, we're lucky they don't shoot our supply planes down that skirt the borders of their land, their territory all the time. So she's like, oh, thank you. And John is there. I think that he actually snuck up there. They don't really say it, but I'm pretty sure she left in the previous issue alone and John was sneakily following her. So I think that she just found out that he was there. Like he showed up, she's like, Mom, how dare you? I already lost one grandma. John's awesome. I love John. Don't make fun of John. Anyway, so she's like, yeah, but he just gave us a little bit of information. So now she has a way to get over there. And cool. She actually, look what she did. She tried to call Superman for help, but he's off dimension. He's off time reality, so he can't possibly answer, right? But she actually called for help. If Booster Gold didn't show up and help out Superman, we've got a dead Superman because he was being really stupid and he had zero powers. So yeah, not very heroic. Like every time that somebody says Superman without powers isn't, a real superhero, I'm like, oh, that's not true because, and then I see this comic, it's like, okay, fine, you're right. Thanks a lot, Dan Jurgens. Anyway, so all that being the case, I'm actually hoping that the Lois Lane and General Lane storyline is going to be really good. If Superman can't show up to just muscle down the day, then this doesn't have to be one of those where I'm going to just consider a flat out stupid story where, hey, you are some other nation where you do bad things, and even though we do bad things, we're powerful. I've got Superman. We're going to do what we want to do, and you're just going to do what we want you to do, or else we're going to Superman you. Like, I don't want to see that. I want to see Lois Lane using her brains. I know she's tough. She's a Fury now. She's a femme Fury now, for crying out loud. All right. I wouldn't mind seeing her have to beat up a couple of guards to get to the president, the ruler, the dictator. But I want to see her actually outsmart him, and not in a necessarily sneaky way, but an intelligent way where she appeals to his, whatever, something along those lines. That's what I want to see. Lois Lane doesn't have to be a Superman character who just beats her way through everybody. Okay. I want to see her being what she is, ridiculously smart, able to think quickly on her feet, and witty like you would not believe. That's what I want to see. I don't need to see Superman in that storyline at all. Hey, maybe Slade Wilson will show up and help her out. But that's a long shot. Anyway, I'm going to give this comic book a C+. I did not see Superman in this issue. I saw some depowered punk who was a little crybaby about just about everything, and Booster Gold actually had to be the adult in a situation. Sorry, I don't know how that happened. Aside from that, pretty good. Pretty like literally. Aside from that, the comic was still good. A C+ isn't a bad thing. So thumbs down because I insulted the great Superman. Yeah, he wasn't great in this issue. Anyway, guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.